Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to So You're Being Hunted, episode 464 I think now, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So, back here in a new world. Now, I mentioned sort of at the end of the last episode that I might get onto a new challenge. Actually, we're not going to do a new challenge just yet, because I had an interesting topic of conversation for another podcast style episode, so fudge it. Just thought I'd start a new world since we technically finished off that previous one. Because the thing is, I wasn't originally intending to do this many podcast style episodes in one sort of big fell number, to put it that way. That doesn't even make sense. But yeah, it was kind of interesting just because I basically ended up doing a base playthrough of the game. That is a very interesting generation that we have here. I've never seen a generation like that before. A canal opens out into a little lake and has a platform in the middle of it. Isn't that pretty awesome? Look at that. That's pretty unique. Damn. Well, these guys who live in this little industrial town have quite a nice little view out their back window, don't they? But yeah, so I'm just going to do another podcast-style episode for today, and if I choose to do a challenge sometime soon, then I choose to do one sometime soon, I don't know. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how Old Red feels in due course. Now, of course, the one village that I want to investigate, there's friggin' robots everywhere. Oh! Look at that. I should also do this, incidentally, whilst I'm at it. There we go. Actually, maybe I'll take the train as well, because I can. But yes, I wanted to do just another podcast episode because I was thinking about something recently that would make for a good topic of conversation. Now, of course, why am I going to that door? I don't know. I've just been to that door. What I was thinking was... well, what I was thinking about, rather, I should say, is that... you know, of course, how out there on Reddit, there's a subreddit called Mildly Infuriating, which is essentially all about, you know, stuff that is, as the name says, infuriating in a sort of mild sense, irritating, basically. And I was actually thinking today about that kind of subject of things that are irritating or just sort of mildly infuriating, because, well, let me sort of explain how I sort of got thinking about this. So, as I'm going to record this, I've had a bit of a busy day, just doing work-related stuff. Basically, I was actually working from home today as I'm going to record this because essentially I just had a load of marking stuff to do, as well as online meetings with various colleagues, things like that. So I had a bit of a busy day. So it got to about quarter past, sort of 20 past 12, midday, just after midday rather, I should say. And naturally I was getting hungry, so I decided I'd go and get some lunch. But thing was, I wasn't that hungry, so I didn't really fancy anything particularly heavy or particularly substantial. I just wanted something fairly light, so a fairly light lunch. And thing is, I always love to have sometimes, whenever I just want a really light lunch, I always just like to get myself some crackers, a bit of cheese, just to put it all together. And then, you know, do myself a nice little plate of cheese and biscuits, cheese and crackers. Because, you know, it's simple, straightforward. It doesn't create a large number of dishes that need washing afterwards. Just a plate and maybe a knife or two, just to clean up and all that. Which is absolutely, you know, fine. So I basically made myself, well, I started making myself a big plate of, well, not a big plate, a small plate of cheese and crackers, essentially, just to have for my lunch. And, you know, really tasty, nice extra mature cheddar and all that. But as I was sort of making my cheese and crackers, basically, do you ever get this, right? I'm sure, you know, many of you actually probably get this. But do you sometimes get the thing where when you pick up a cracker to, you know, and you get like a knife and you can spread some butter on it before you put the cheese on it? When you spread the butter on it, sometimes do you ever get that one frigging cracker in the bunch, which, you know, there's no cracks in it when you look at it and you hold it in your hand, but as soon as you start buttering it, the damn thing just splits in half. It just breaks, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And of course, you're like dropping it everywhere, and it's like half-buttered cracker, just dropping on the floor, and then you're like cursing inwardly, and you're thinking, why the hell it wasn't even cracked, it didn't even look like it was going to break. And then you're like thinking, oh, for God's sake, should I pick that up off the floor? And should I then, I don't know, put it back on the plate? Is it the whole 5-second rule thing? That, you know, because it's been on the floor for less than 5 seconds, it's technically fine to eat, even though that whole rule is probably just a silly thing that someone made up one time and isn't actually true, and it's probably just dirty as hell, and now covered in dust and God knows what else. Why am I putting this in my mouth now? You know, these sort of questions that go through your head, and you just feel that inner rage, don't you, when that happens? And like I say, I'm sure there are lots of you out there watching this video who have all had that issue. You fully understand exactly what I am talking about with cheese and crackers when you're trying to butter a cracker and the fucking thing breaks in your hand. And it's annoying because obviously certain brands of cracker, it feels like, are particularly susceptible to that. So the current brands of crackers that I've got are like these special sort of like artisan crackers, because they were going on offer from my local supermarket, so I thought, I'll buy a couple of packets of them, because they're like special flavoured ones as well. I got some plain cheesy ones, and then I got some sweet chilli flavoured ones, which were really interesting. I've not actually tried the sweet chilli ones yet, but I've tried the cheesy ones, and it was the cheesy ones that I was actually using earlier today for my lunch. But the problem with these like special, you know, slightly more premium ones is that they're quite thin, so naturally they break more easily, which is annoying when you're trying to spread butter on them. But yeah, I mean, what can you do, eh? I often find though that there are, like I say, other brands of cracker which are much sturdier, to put it that way, like Tuck crackers or like Jacob's Cheesy Thins. They're called Jacob's Cheesy Thins, but actually, as thin as they are, they're actually quite sturdy. They hold up quite well. As a general rule, you can butter them in your hand without the fear that they're going to bloody break on you. But not like this special brand that I bought from the supermarket, going on offer, because it was like a premium brand and it was reduced price and all that, so I got some of them. And there's fucking robots up here who being a bunch of bitches. Should I bother using a dynamite? Probably not. It's probably a right waste. Right, well, let me just think about this. Stick that down there. Oh, no you don't. God, where are they? They're all over the place. Just keep that friggin' smoke plume in sight. Sounds like there are quite a few of them around here. There's a dude on the other side of that bloody field who's being a bitch. Okay. But yeah, so there's crackers, you know, when they break in your hand when you're trying to butter them. That's always something that is just mildly infuriating and irritating to me, because it's just such a pain in the friggin' arse. But the other one that I was thinking about as well is that when you know, sometimes when I get back late from work, and you know, I find myself in a situation where it's late in the evening, I need to make myself an evening meal, and it's so late that I can't be arsed really doing any sort of complicated cooking, so I just decide, fuck it, I'll just get a ready meal out of the freezer and just whack that in the microwave, absolutely nuke it. Now, this is not the case with all ready meals, or frozen ready meals, but it's certainly the case with certain ones from certain supermarkets. And, you know, I hate to kind of put you on the spot here a bit, but Lidl, the frozen ready meals that I bought, not frozen ready meals actually, they're not frozen, the chilled ones, that is, ones that we put in the fridge rather than the freezer, but it doesn't matter, that's not the point. But the point is that these freaking Lidl ready meals that I had bought, now, the thing about ready meals is, usually when you do them in the microwave, you're supposed to do them in a certain way. You follow, obviously, you know, following the instructions written on the package. You put it into the microwave initially for however many minutes, I don't know, like, say 3. And then usually the instructions say, after microwaving for 3 minutes, you have to take it out of the microwave, you have to peel back the film lid, stir it, recover it, put it back in the microwave, blitz it for another, I don't know, minute or 2, or however long, and then, you know, you let it stand for a minute, and then it's ready to eat. Now, typically, with ready meals, you know, the way they're packaged, they'll be in like a little plastic tray with like a film lid, like I say, you know, the film lid that you peel back and all that. Now, usually, the way that sort of film lid is made, it's made to peel back fairly easily. So, you know, when you pull on it, it peels back in one sort of clean go. You know what I mean? But not with friggin' Lidl ready meals that I've been, you know, eating a few of recently. As of recently, the bloody Lidl ready meals, I don't know what it is with them, but the plastic film on them does not peel back cleanly in one go. When you start peeling it, the damn thing, either you only end up peeling around the edges, or the thing just does not peel cleanly, and it's very, very infuriating, Because instead, what I have to do is I have to get one of my knives out, I have to puncture it and cut like a slit, and then pull that back. And even then, it's not a clean pull. It's just annoying. And it's very infuriating. It's very much first world problems, this, ladies and gentlemen, not going to lie. But fuck it, it's a topic of conversation, right? That I can talk about in a Sir Being Hunted episode. I can just rant and rave about it. And I think to myself, are the people who work in the factories that supply Lidl with all their ready meals, are they just fucking trolling the shit out of all of us? Are they essentially, trying to just infuriate the lot of us by saying, oh, let's design our food trays in a certain way whereby the person who's trying to eat from them will essentially just not be able to actually do so, at least not in one, clean movement, because they can't peel the damn film lid back easily. Instead, they have to do this kind of annoying thing where they peel it back in little strips because the damn thing just won't come off. You know what that's kind of remind me of? It reminds me of, you think of it this way, right? I'm sure everyone has encountered this particularly infuriating thing. Have you ever been to a shop where you buy, I don't know, whether it's a book or a notepad or just any sort of object from any shop which has a sticker that has the barcode and the price on it and things like that, and then of course when you take it home, naturally you try and take that sticker off, but the damn thing just doesn't come off in one clean motion, and instead it leaves little sticky bits that you can't fucking get off. You've all had that, right? And you all know how infuriating that is. That's kind of similar to what I'm saying about friggin' little ready meals when you're trying to peel the plastic film lid off the top. They just don't come off in one simple go. Instead they tear up into little bits, and it's just fucking annoying. It's so irritating. But yes, the one about stickers on shop products, that is another one actually, now that I think about it, which is bloody infuriating, isn't it? You think to yourself, why is it that certain products, the little barcode sticker just peels off so nice and cleanly, and yet other times it just fucking doesn't, and it just it leaves bits of papery bits all over the thing that don't come off very easily. You have to carefully scratch them off with your fingernail. And then of course you get papery bits stuck under your fingernail, so you have to go and wash your hands and all that. Get the nail scrubbing brush out. Oh god. Terrible. Awful. There's a special circle of hell for people who make those kind of stickers and slap them on their products and all that. Just saying, ladies and gentlemen. I know it sounds utterly terrible and first world problems indeed, but that's just how I feel, okay? Oh, dearie me. So yeah, I'm sure there's lots of things out there that you guys probably find extremely irritating, and it is probably indeed some of the things that I've said right there. I'm sure it's pretty much, universally disliked among all nations, among all cultures. People hate the dreaded shop barcode sticker that doesn't come off, or the ready meal film lid that just doesn't peel back properly as it's supposed to. That's another thing that's infuriating, when robots freaking start turning around randomly when I'm throwing things about. Okay, back up. There we are. That's how you do it. You see, I'm too good at this game. And yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, in this episode of Sir. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else really to talk about. So from now on, it's just awkward silence, or just awkward, me just talking awkwardly about random shit. But yes, like I say, it's been a busy work day for me today, let me just put it that way. Dissertation marking mainly is what I've been doing, and of course it's a 10,000 word paper. When I say dissertation marking, 10,000 word paper that I've had to mark. And of course partway through that I had to sort of interrupt it because I had a meeting which I thought was only going to be about an hour. Turned out it was actually more like an hour and a half, which isn't too bad, but essentially it was an essay marking moderation meeting. So I had to attend that because I was moderating a batch of essays on another course. And, normally those aren't challenging meetings or anything. They just sometimes take a bit of a while, because the whole idea is that you have to have moderation meetings, because obviously everyone sort of first marks a batch of papers, then everyone gets assigned a bunch of papers that they have to moderate, where they've already been marked, and you just have to check the grades and the feedback and make sure it all kind of makes sense, and that you agree with the grade awarded, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But the problem is, you know, because it was a course which actually has quite a few batches of essays on it, naturally it just meant that there was a lot to talk about in terms of just going through each batch, highlighting any sort of oddities that had emerged, anything like that. Okay. There's apparently just one more device piece on this island, which we'll try and find. Might as well try and get it before we wrap this episode up here. Well, the Wisp seems to be going off in that sort of direction, through the village and out the other side. That's fine, we'll do that. There's dogs now spawning in, because I see you up there. There we are. Alright, let's just go off in this direction. So there's another Wisp over there, so we are heading at the right angle. Where are you? There you are. Oh, where are you going? Stop it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Bloody dogs. Bloody dogs. Right. I got just the thing for you, you bitch. Where have you gone? Is he going to try? Oh god, I'm going completely the wrong direction to where I actually want to go, which is annoying. Right, well, we just have to go around these assholes because they're all in a bit of an awkward position. There's fucking dogs like spawned in and we're obviously running to their patrols and all that. Isn't that just an infuriating thing? When the hounds in this game spawn in awkward locations because they need to get to their patrols. They don't spawn with their patrols. They spawn well away from them and have to go and meet up with them. Rendezvous in 5 and all that. Alright, let's get over here. We've got one more device piece that needs accumulating, so we're going to go and get it. Well, at least I've got this lovely cup of tea here to keep me going. Oh, you having a bit of problems there, mate? Hold on, I know how to resolve this. Bonk. There we go. Ah, dearie me, how cruel. Let me just take that. I don't actually have matches. I didn't pick any up, so I can't really cook any meat, but it's fine. I'm sure there'll be matches around somewhere. Suddenly I'm going Scottish. What's that about? Haggis. Just take that for the time being. I'll take the alarm clock though, because we will need that. Let me just check a few houses before I actually go looking for what it is I'm looking for. Train? Sure. Sure. My vitality is actually going down a bit, I do realise. Ah! Oh, look at that! Matches! Exactly what I want. And not just one of those crappy little matchbooks, but an actual matchbox. Oh, for fuck's sake, where are the dogs? I hear you. Are you? Hello? You're stuck in there, that's what you're doing. You're just stuck in the hedge. How weird. Well, if you just sit there, you'll be absolutely fine, old boy. I'm just going to go off over here and do my thing. And you stay there and you do your thing, and I'll be absolutely fine. What are we on? Put it on 30 seconds. I think 30 seconds is probably enough. Where was that wisp that I just saw a moment ago? It's disappeared. I hear robots. Does anyone see a smoke column? Oh. Well, you're there. But that's not a smoke column. You're just a random dude. A random duderino. Standing out in the middle of nowhere like an absolute melon. Where is the final device piece on this island? It's got to be somewhere near. Where did that wisp even go? I wasn't even paying attention to it, as I should have been. Okay. Slowly. Slowly does it. Are you... Where are you? I feel like if there's robots here, that means there's... Oh. No, this could just be a whole patrol just sort of standing around. Where are you going? You're going off over there. That's fine. Okay, well, we'll follow you, sort of, for the time being. As long as you don't friggin' put that searchlight beam on me. We'll be absolutely okay. Where are we going here? Watch as I now can't find this final device piece and it ends up with stretching the fucking video out longer than it should really be. But, well, you know, I have the power of editing on my side, ladies and gentlemen. I can always just jump cut. That's always something I can do, right? Especially since I don't really have anything to actually talk about at this moment in time, other than just do very generic commentary. So maybe I should do that. Wait, stop. Don't fucking cast that at me, you bitch. Where the hell... Ugh. Yeah, poop and schmoopers. Well, I've no idea where it is, because there's no fucking wisps around here to tell me where on earth I'm supposed to go. So, you know what? I've got myself sidetracked. And the thing is, I think actually this is probably enough for an episode. So, tell you what we'll do. I'm just going to go back to the Standing Stones. I'm going to save my game. And then, you know, if I choose to do... Oh, fuck, where are you? You're over there. If I choose to do another podcast-style episode after this, I can just come back to this map and keep going. Oh, wait, there's a wisp over there. And somebody's shooting. God, there's a lot of shotguns going off over there. The hell? This is the big town over here? Yeah, it is. Oh, of course, they're all fucking heading off down there. I just got completely fucking sidetracked and went the wrong way, basically. Mildly infuriating when Red can't even navigate properly. Good lord. Alright, Facebook and Twitter links down below, ladies and gentlemen, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like, so much appreciated and all that. But, time for me to wrap this up here. My god, my vitality is very low. Goodbye, everybody. The cheer stands closer than before. I brought you this. Oh, it's repeated then. It's a bit strange. She reaches into her bag and extends her hand. Oh. Yes, you are the romantic interest, aren't you? A single icy blue rose sits between her thumb and forefinger. I reach forward but stop in hesitation. Where did you get it? It was left at Kate's grave. Gasp escapes my lips and I shake my head. I can't take that. No, don't worry. Kate would want your father to have a flower. She doesn't like roses anyway. Gia trails off, realising what she said. I mean, I didn't. Kate didn't like roses. I try my best to reassure her with my gaze as I accept the rose. Oh, thank you. That present tense thing, it goes away.